Everyone, so in this video we are going to add another role to our server machine. So this role is called the Windows Directory Services. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install it via the Roles and Features options in the Server Manager, and then we're going to configure it via the Tools option in the Server Manager. So I already booted up my Windows Server 2016, and the server manager automatically opened. If yours doesn't automatically open, you can just navigate to the start button and select with server manager here, or you can search it via the search bar. Right, so let me just make this a little bit bigger. We're gonna go into add roles and features. Right, ensure that you read through everything. I'm not gonna read through everything because in the previous videos we would have already done that. Right, so you want to make sure that you select the server that you would like to use. Next, in the server rules, we're going to go down to the Windows deployment services. We're going to check the box. Add features. Yes, we're going to add features. We're going to include the management tools. And we're going to click next. Right, so be sure to select all the features that you would like. I'm just going to leave the default features. Right. And we're going to click install. So while it's installing, let me tell you a little bit about Windows Directory Services. So it enables you to deploy Windows operating systems over a network. What companies usually do is that they set up a computer as a server machine and then upload different softwares to that so that it can be easily accessible through the network and installed easily on different client machines. It is very time efficient and it reduces the cost of other hardwares, and it reduces the time spent on having manual installations done on every client machine. Right, so installation succeeded. We're going to click close. The next thing to do is we're going to configure now the deployment services. So we're going to navigate to tools and we're going to go down to Windows Deployment Services. You see here that the folder appears. Right, so we are going to right click and we're going to configure server. Windows Deployment Services Configuration Wizard. Before you begin, ensure to read, and then you click next. Right, so I want to integrate it with Active Directory as I have done with all the other roles previously. You can either select Active Directory or standalone server, but having it connected to your Active Directory is an important key. Right, this is just the path that it will automatically select, the default path. You can browse and select whichever path you would like. I will just leave it as a default. Right, so the volume selector is also the Windows system volume. For the best performance and data reliability, right, should be stored on a separate volume. So what it's asking is that you store it on a separate disk or in a separate drive. Right, so do you want to continue? Yes, I'm not gonna store it in a separate space because it will still function as it should on in this file. So I'm gonna just click yes. Right, so when it comes to selecting which option you would like it to be able to respond to, I'm going to click respond to all client computers. Reason being that it doesn't matter what client sends the network request to the server, it will accept all the requests. And that's what I want. You can select respond only to known clients or do not respond to any clients at all. Right, so we click finish now. The configuration is finished, and we can see that many folders were created. We have the install images, boot images, pending devices, multicast, transmission, and drivers. Now, our next step would be to install images and then install boot images. But first, what we need to do is that we need to get the ISO file onto the server. So I'm going into my main PC and I'm going to copy the ISO file for Windows 10. You can use Windows 11 or Windows 7, whichever one you have the file for. I'm gonna go back into my virtual machine and I'm gonna paste it into my downloads. Let's try it out again. Okay, so I just did some research and apparently I can't copy a file from my main machine to a machine inside VirtualBox. So what I have to do now is to power off the server or the machine. And inside VirtualBox itself, I have to select the machine, go to settings, go to storage, add a hard disk, and then select the Windows 10 ISO because that's the machine that I want to configure the Windows directory services for. Right, so I'm just gonna click choose. And then you see it's uploaded here, we're just gonna click OK. And now it should work. So we're gonna start back up the machine. So we're just gonna enter the password. Right, and we're gonna go back into tools and we're gonna continue configuring the server. Right, so we're gonna right click on boot image. I'm gonna add boot image. I'm gonna browse for the file location. So we're gonna look for the file name boot.wim. So we're gonna go into this PC and go into C drive, go into sources, and select boot.wim. I'm gonna click open. Next. So you can name it. Windows 10. Windows 10. Next. You have to select the following images, right? Name. Just to confirm everything, we click next. Right, so operation is complete. You click finish and you'll see that the file you just selected appears here. Now we're going to do the same thing for install images. We're going to right click on install images, add install image, create an image group name. You can rename it if you'd like. Click next, and then we select the file location. Again, into PC, into the C drive, into sources. Install them. Open. Next. We're going to uncheck the default name box and description for each of the selected images only if you want to rename the image. Right? I'm going to click next. Right, so sorry, I forgot. So all the file registers file contains the following images. Select the image that you want to add to the server. So you can either select multiple images or you can select one image. I'm going to select one image. Next, next. Right, just to confirm everything. Next. Right, so it was successful. We finish. See it appears here.